And welcome to another multinational football league game. Sam Darnold, newly traded with 1,000 yards on the season, finally reaching that point with Canton as they come up with a big rivalry, divisional rivals, both from Ohio. Call that the battle. Well, you used to call it the Battle of the Ohio River. Now it will be called the Battle of the battle for downtown. Who has the better downtown area? Is it Cleveland or is it Columbus? We're going to figure it out now as Darnold and the Tigers come out in their jerseys. Nice orange and black for this game, as Columbus has been struggling recently. We'll see if they can help themselves as they try to overcome a neutral record. Both teams about the same, except for the tie with the Voyagers at the start of the season. Canton, if you put that in the win column, they're 3-3 as well. So we'll see which team comes out on top. And ladies and gentlemen, no more talking. Let's get into it. Columbus, Canton, right now. So Canton will get the ball first at home, and they'll return from the 2. End up bringing it 22 yards out. And Sam Darnold walking onto the field now. He's got a interesting set of receivers, but I mean, for the limited starts he's got in, he has been doing uniquely well. So Darnold going to start off under center. Here's a backwards play immediately. Sam Hubbard getting to him. And that was Cedric Tillman on the jet sweep. So we'll see here, 2nd and 12. Now as they're backed up to the 21, and the run there going to pick up lost yardage, but it's going to be 3rd down, and Darnold clearly not happy about it. Receivers down to the bottom of your screen here. Darnold to throw. Trying to get out, and he can't. He's going down. Hill gets to him, and Darnold. Frustration continues as they'll punt on their first drive. Hoping that defense could do the same thing for them if you're the Tigers here. As, I mean, it's not too late. You can obviously still either A, set this guy out in free agency, or you could trade him back. But we'll see what they do. Burrow, the thing that's been eating them alive is a little bit of turnovers, but also they've just played some really good teams. And, you know, when you look at their record, it's probably about the only teams they've lost to as they take a shot here. Nearly caught by T. Higgins. It'll be 2nd down. My goodness. That would have been one heck of a play to start off. Great work by the DB there as this run is going to get 3. It'll be 3rd and 7. And they come out in like a spread look. Tight end at the top. Looking to throw. Burrow. Nearly intercepted by Ward. And they're going to go 3 and out as well. Yikes, neither team doing very great right now, as they will punt this one away, and it's going to hit the 5 and scurry on into the end zone, which will be a touchback. So they'll get it at the 20, and Darnold last time didn't really have any time to throw. Now they're going to try and force him to throw in an empty backfield. Here we go, Darnold. Checks it down here to Joku. He's got 5 yards on the game. And we see a major injury. Looks like Trey Hendrickson is going to walk into the tunnel. We'll see what's happening with him later on. Remember, he's number 91, I believe. 2nd and 5. Handoff. Naeem Hines. And a nice run there. Gets some 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 2. And he accidentally runs into a teammate there. Not common for that to happen as Darnold goes short, and he's got the first down. First one of the game on their second drive. So, 2 great defenses, by the way, going at each other today. Darnold, the throw, immediately getting out to Joku, who's going to carry it forward for a gain of 4. Now, Joku, you got to take a look at last week. He didn't have too high of numbers, but he's working on it. And you can tell with that last catch. 2nd and 6, Darnold to throw. Caught, and wow, what a run by Njoku. He's going to get all the way up to midfield. Big play here. Darnold, nice little read here, a missed tackle, and that's what really gets him out to midfield. He has 2 tacklers he's got to take on. He can't exactly do that much at that point, but still, an amazing play right there. Darnold to throw, caught, again Njoku. Gotta love this consistency. And I told you, I mean, he's going to try and inch his way into the top receiver battle here as Hines gets a lane, and it's going to be a first down. Great blocking up front, and Hines brings them to the 35. Not a bad little gain there. Certainly needed it being this close, so you can at least get a field goal from here. And a nice run here. Ford still going. And now it'll be 2nd and inches. Now, what I did forget to tell you guys, actually, is that Ice might be joining us soon. So, stay tuned for that. And that's going to be a first down. Ford, who just had an impressive run, going to pick it up. And that weird-ass noise you just heard was him.
Say his name and he appears, bro.
Oh, speaking of which, Njoku, 1st and goal at the 4. What a play!
Even the Joku.
What a absolute masterpiece of a play there. Shreds 1 tackler. That's what I notice a lot. He does not let the first guy take him down. It's usually either a 2nd or 3rd guy that gets there that helps bring him down. It'll be 1st and goal. Looks like pistol. They'll be looking to throw. Darnold thought about taking off. Going to get this one to Ford, and that is going to be a huge mistake. Sets him back 4 yards. And an injury timeout here. That line already short. They're going to lose one near. 2nd and goal at the 7. Looks like a fake throw there. Darnold rushing up forward. Touchdown! I believe that's his first rushing touchdown as a Canton Tiger. Sam Darnold, welcome to Canton.
Yeah, he was traded from, I believe it was the Caps.
You would be correct, partner.
Team was, aka as they were formerly known as the Minnesota Vikings. And he finally gets his first touchdown with Canton to finally kick off his fresh start on a new team here.
For sure. I mean, he did have throwing touchdowns. I don't know if he rushed in very much with the Caps. I'm sure he might have had 2 or 3, but in his second game with Canton, he's showing off some good reads, some excellent playmaker choices. You see, And Njoku getting the ball a lot more.
Yeah,
And
I
we
think
have an injury
Canton,
timeout.
not
Uh-oh.
Canton. I think the Cavs
Nope.
benched Sam Darnold at one point for J.J. McCarthy.
They did,
At
in
least I think
fact,
they
bench
did.
him. I believe that was due to injury, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Could have been
Probably.
a performance issue as Burrow will drop this one off for 3 yards. Not a bad little gain. And like I told the viewers coming into this one, I mean, Columbus and Canton are still crazy close in record,
Yeah.
as that was a dangerous pass.
Kasicki.
Yeah, Mike Gesicki, and that. See, Burrow has been throwing some interesting balls in the air. I mean, you talk about the start, and ooh,
Nice
good hit
stop
right there
by
by
Jeremiah
JOK.
Wusu-Kormo. Jeremiah Wusu-Kormo on the stop. That was
Yes, sir, and
Chase
that's
Brown,
Chase
the
Brown.
intended receiver, I believe. Or he's more of a running back, actually. So that might be a little bit of an issue for Columbus, but I don't think it'll be much of a big issue going into the season here. Or,
And
well, we're about to be in the
Tigers.
halfway point, maybe. So, Sam Darnold
Yeah, we're about.
coming back up on the field.
Yeah, we're at about mid-season. It's not looking terrible for really
For
any of these
neither team.
teams. Nearly intercepted as I say that. My goodness. Wanted to have that one back for certain. I think both sides wanted it back. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 20. Thankful it's just second down.
Yeah.
And
Honestly,
gain of
Canton's
3.
defense has been really good this season, honestly. But here's what a little bit of the problem is for Canton is their offense is so inconsecutive some of the time. And they thought trading for Sam Darnold might help, and he
And
gets sacked in the
speaking of
backfield.
which, Johnson gets back there for the sack. 4th
Yeah,
and
our offensive line
17.
cannot hold up.
And yeah, they
Fourth and
didn't move
17
anywhere but
at the
backwards there.
13.
Cedric Johnson, who gets back there. I mean, Darnold, you gotta throw this ball away, man. I know it's embarrassing to end on 4th and. Well, actually, they did gain 3 yards before that, so my last statement, pretty terrible.
I don't think he could have thrown because he was still in the thing to where he could get the potential grounding call. So he was trying to get out of that, but he was
Well,
surrounded
I
and
mean,
got
yeah, but at
swarmed
that
up.
point. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I did turn on intentional grounding, so that that might have been the smarter play there, but
Joe
not for the
Burrow
punter.
above Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah.
That is
It's been an
crazy.
off year, partner. I mean, with these relocations and everything, you see weird stuff happen all the time, which, guys, I'm trying. I got the game downloaded. 26 is downloaded. However, some slight issues with that is, it won't let me import this team, like the team builder stuff and everything like that in there. So, we'll see.
Yeah. I think here's my suggestion though. I think we should try to finish up this first season on this game, and then once this season's over, or the off season, not the off season, once the whole postseason's over, I think that's when you switch up. There might be some new teams, but he'll definitely try to make it at least somewhat similar to Madden 25 here.
Well, speaking of which, the end of the first
And
quarter comes, and Canton with the lead.
with
7
their
zip.
solid defense.
Oh, yeah, for certain. I mean, right here, 4th and 2. It was 3rd and 1, but they just could not get out of the backfield. Their props to that defensive line. And now another touchback. It'll bring out Sam Darnold once again, who on his second drive didn't look too bad. The consistency, though, again, is a concern as Darnold will go under center. A run here, and
Oh,
Ford gets met in the backfield. My goodness, what a hit.
Jerome Ford could
And he
not
wants to
get
hear from this crowd.
onto
They ain't going to
someone
give him
there.
nothing. Taylor Britt.
No,
So,
this is Battle of Ohio. It still
yeah, I'm
is, to be
calling it
honest with you.
the battle of downtown is what I said here. As I
Hmm.
mean, you think about it,
Oh,
Columbus and Canton. You talk about some areas that are a little higher on the crime rate, and there you go.
there
I mean,
Darnold
they are
throws.
seriously. I'm
Caught.
not lying.
Oh,
Oh,
first
what a
down.
spin move!
Oh, Jerome
Jerome
Ford.
Ford. What a gain! First and 10 at the 39, and man, oh man, did he get him out of a big situation. I think,
Oh my.
honestly, if you're Canton, give these running backs more of a chance. You talk about the QB, you don't like to see it, but they are better chances of, when you run the ball, you open up this pass game, which could help out Darnold a lot.
Oh. Oh no, never mind. He's back up. He's back up.
Yeah, I don't usually
Anyways,
react until I see the injury
yeah, we
timeout
haven't
pop
seen
up.
much of. Yeah, we haven't
Oh,
seen
big
much of
run again!
Jerry Judy,
Naeem
by the way.
Hines picking
Yeah,
up a
there
first
goes
down. Now
Hines right there.
he's had some short runs, but they've definitely been good ones, as he's probably averaging around 5 or maybe 6 yards here, and a stiff arm by Tillman will get him 2 yards on that play. I will say that's a nasty little stiff arm that he just had right there. So again, trying to work into scoring yardage, and Naeem Hines yet again. I'm telling you, he's a playmaker. 3rd and 1 at the 37. Darnold under center. He's trying to get this call out right now. They look to throw. Passes dropped, incomplete. Nearly had Elijah Moore. And that'll be 4th and 1. They'll attempt this field goal very long.
Oh wow. Will they make
They're
it?
looking to make this one from about 54. It's up and no good.
No good. That is who?
Wow.
Is that
That is
Hopkins?
Dustin Hopkins, and fans have complained
Oh
in real
man.
life about him. Haven't seen much of a problem up until then. Not a great time to do that. Passing touchdown, stat leaders, that's a 3-way tie for first, as Williams and Jackson come in at the bottom of the top 5. But, and this would be a great time to break that tie, as Burrow looks for it and incomplete. He got rocked. No flags on Jamar Chase. It'll be 2nd and 10. Or I'm sorry, not on Jamar Chase, but you get the point. Iosiva
Yeah.
in
Oh, Burrow,
in
like
motion,
freaking
and the
punt
screen
fake that
pass.
crap.
It'll be a first down and a lot more, down to the 37. And Columbus, for the first time today, will find themselves in scoring range. And when I talk about scoring range, you see there, Canton tried to kick that field goal. It didn't exactly work out in their favor, right? Well, I wouldn't have even considered that scoring range for them. Scoring range is like inside the 40 for most teams. So you gotta weigh your options when you're there. So 2nd and 10 for Burrow as they look to throw. Caught. It'll be Chase Brown for a 2-yard gain. 3rd and 8. Now, it's still a major accomplishment, even if you could hold these guys to 3 points. You give your offense more of a shot. And either way, better field position than they've already had. And Juan Thornhill makes it happen. 4th and 5. A little bit of an error from Gesicki. So they'll try to kick a field goal. This one from 49 yards out. Kick is up and good. My, I thought that almost missed, and oh man, he did just creep that one in there. Not a good... I mean, he made the field goal. I'm not going to try to take that away from him, but that was very close.
Heck yeah, for sure. And there comes Sam Darnold and the Canton offense.
Yeah, I don't know, partner. They've been... I mean, it's battle of mid right now.
Seems a little. It seems like a little bit more of the offensive line though, but there's a little bit of the running game going. But yeah, Sam Darnold can't be kept up upright there.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's for
maybe
sure.
hopefully they do a better job here.
Hand off to Jerome Ford. He's got
Ooh,
some good blocks. If he would have shed that one, would have been a first down. They'll call it 3rd and 2. And this one to get him out of a 3-and-out situation. Tillman leading the pack there, looking to throw. Darnold nearly picked off. Ooh, that could have been bad. And Hilton was too worried about hitting the receiver to catch that one. I mean, it looked like both animations happened at once, but still a nice 3-and-out. And I'll tell you, man, Bajorquez has a leg on him. That's another touchback. And it'll set up 1st and 10 at the 20. Double back look here. They'll go handoff. Brown, and he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. I mean, when you talk about a good run defense, the Tigers are in that conversation for number 1, for sure. 2nd and 10, empty backfield for Burrow. The screen isn't exactly there, and oh my God! Koromoa just laid out Chase. Surprised there's not a fight going on right now. That would have been terrible. 3rd and 8. Burrow drops back, throws underneath, caught. Barely doesn't pick up the first down, and Newsome, who was traded in real life. Now again, by the trade deadline, these guys should be out of here. I want to make the updated adjustments, but I just, I'm not going to focus on the small movements like the D-line, there's a backup maybe that gets put on a different team. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the big trades, the ones that have rippled throughout the NFL, bringing them to the RFL, to their respective relocation teams. As Darnold rushes forward, he gets 4, and what you don't like to see is when those quarterbacks don't take their hint to just get down. However, still not a bad little play there, and Moore just got the ball knocked out. So it'll be 3rd and 6. 3rd down conversions. Canton has 2. Columbus hasn't been able to convert a 3rd down yet. 3rd and 6. Trying to make it 3. Darnold seen something last second, but Hubbard gets in his face. It'll be 4th down. Not a good look. Back-to-back 3-and-outs. All from the same area, too. But once this Canton team gets on a roll, I mean, that offense looks way better once they get a 1st down. And for the field position, see that leg starting to wear down. They'll get to the 24. So Burrow looking to throw here. Pass is caught. And Denzel Ward coming up for the tackle on Higgins. 2-minute warning here as both teams only one score. They'll look to change that here as the Bulls come out. And now looking at Gesicki on the bottom end. Doesn't look like anybody's really covering him. And they'll go to the middle anyways. Higgins, 1st down. No huddle here. Smart move. Almost the end of the half. You don't want to get your offense out there slowly. You definitely want to pick up the pace, get this defense moving. And the correct time management here. Call a timeout. Again, not a bad situation. 2nd and 2 at the 46. Burrow to throw over the middle. It's picked off. And the return goes to the 42. That was Martin Emerson Jr. And Myles Garrett opts over Emerson in the end zone for their celebration. That is something you don't see every day. Big play right there. Taking away the middle. You had Iosiva, which, by the way, I just learned how to say his name. So the fact that this game was coming up, great timing. Said it last night, so had to give him props. Darnold with an empty look here. He'll pass, and it's somehow caught. 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3 at the 35. Couldn't quite see who got that one because he was blanketed so much. And looking to throw. Darnold is going to be sacked. 3rd sack of the day for Columbus. It'll be 3rd and 14. Dax Hill coming downhill, and man, you love to see the secondary blitz. And when I say secondary, I don't just mean linebackers. I'm talking your DBs, your safeties, which, yes, DBs still get blitzed, just not as much. 3rd and 14. Darnold, safe environment, fires out and incomplete. Goes to the sideline there. An interesting move since really he's gone to the run most of the time. No shame in tossing it out of bounds right here, though. You don't want to mess anything up. So Burrow will come back out again, this time in a much worse situation here. Operating from the 18 with 45 seconds to go. And the real only score change that has happened in this one has been the 3 points by Columbus. So they'll look for another change here that would put them in the lead, as first down will certainly help with that. Only one timeout remaining, though, for Columbus. Burrow fires, nearly picked off again by Denzel Ward. That's a guy you don't want to test. I mean, you just threw an interception, and you definitely don't want to give it to that guy. I'm telling you, he is ruthless. Burrow under pressure, and down he goes. Guess who? JOK. He has made an everlasting impact on this game in just the first half. I mean, this is insane. Just brutal. It's like if Cleveland had Ray Lewis or something. So Canton on 3rd and 20. They'll hand it off. Not a bad move. My goodness, man. JOK is on a warpath. And he's not going down at all. He's not letting up anytime soon. Big hit there. Forces the punt as well. And man, I'm telling you, these players are getting more and more physical as this game continues. It's something about the Ohio rivalry, man. I'm telling you. Just a battle till the end. 1st and 10. 18 seconds to go. Darnold. Looking. And he holds the ball for too long. He's going down. 8-yard loss, and that might just put us into the halftime show, and it will. The runoff there at the end, and Darnold will head into the tunnel. Not a great game by either quarterback so far, but Darnold, no interceptions and 1 touchdown on the ground. Ice, take it away, man. Ice, are you there? All right. Well, San Juan Steamers, 2-5, went on to challenge the Orlando Orbits in London. A second London visit. The Orbits won that one by 13. The Redwoods, Snowhawks, they went to battle in Dublin, put the smackdown on them. Geno Smith got to work on those interceptions, but it's still an outstanding game by him. Memphis Shamrocks and the Sentinels, 2-4 going against 5-2. Memphis with the home field advantage, even though both teams play in the same stadium, and barely won that game. Darnold, who has a rushing touchdown so far, has made some big plays when the time is needed. However, he's also had a lot he's got to work on. So, again, a developmental quarterback for Canton as Columbus receives in the second half. So the Bulls will get this one at the 25 off of the return, and Jamar Chase still looking for that touchdown. I mean, either side. You talk about QB, you talk about receiver right now, and man, both of them would just love to at least get a touchdown right now. And, ooh, interesting. All right, so big play right there. Chase Brown nearly just blew up 3 tacklers for a first down, and there he goes. A little more speed, and he would have beat Delpit, and he might be on a foot race to the end zone. Delpit and the Bull getting into a little bit of a skirmish there, and a 7-yard gain by Brown. He has not gone down too easily in this second half, as it has just started. 2nd and 3. Higgins on the play fake. They'll give it to Brown again, and he's going to have a first down. So this defense, I don't know what happened at halftime. Maybe they took a little nap, forgot where they were, but this running defense has not been the same. Play action, Burrow, and that is going to be a loss. Great play by Hicks. As they set up here, I want to remind everybody that it's rivalry week, and man, oh man, do you love the rivalries you got heading in to Saturday. Talk about Ohio State versus that team up north. You can obviously tell which one I'm looking for. It's definitely Ohio State for me. 3rd and 11. Burrow, toss to the outside. He's got it, and the screen pass will not prevail. They'll end up getting a gain of 7 there. Not enough. 4th and 4 coming up. And they'll try to kick this one from 55. We've seen the Browns kicker, Hopkins, miss from shorter than this. And another miss. Don't take your kickers for granted, folks. I mean, McPherson, who is regarded as one of the better kickers in the league, just missed that one. And so has Hopkins today. So it's obviously hard for any side to hit that inside the field goal post right now. As it'll be 1st and 10 at the 45. We'll see Darnold come back out. Good field position here. Handoff. And Hines going to get 2. And he has come out and made some big plays again in crucial times, but just like Darnold, he's been a letdown at points, and that was nearly an interception by Hilton. Don't want to see that one. And again, a play that both sides wish they could have back. Darnold gonna take off again. He's got it. First down. That was a huge first down for Canton. Even talking his smack a little bit. No call, obviously. 1st and 10 at the 44. Under center is Darnold. They'll hand it off to Ford. And Ford trying to make a move there, just could not do it. As Bell puts him down at the 5, or at a gain of 5. Now in scoring range. At the 39, they'll hand it off. Hines, first down. So they're getting deeper and deeper into scoring range and possibly another touchdown. You gotta wonder, man. I mean, what's it gonna take for Columbus to wake up a little bit? Handoff, and Ford with a gain of 2. So they haven't gone backwards on this drive so far. I don't want to jinx them now, but they look pretty good. Darnold on the pitch. Ford cuts it up, and it's going to be 3rd and 4. A 4-yard gain right there, setting it up. And as I say that, I want to update this. Ole Miss versus Mississippi State ends up with Ole Miss winning out. And that is a huge tackle, by the way. Ole Miss ends up winning out 38-19. So Mississippi State goes down. 4th and 8, they'll attempt the kick here, and it's up and good. Just need to shorten the range a little bit. Caught about a 48-yarder, and he made it. So this kick will bring it to the 5. And a nice little return. Get him to the 26. Chase Brown, he's at 4 yards per carry. It's still not a bad stat at all, but usually a good game is 5 or 6 yards per carry. Want to definitely get up there. As Ronnie Hickman, they call him the Rocket, and you can see why. Locked on right there. Takes him down for only a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 8 at the 28. So now, instead of taking a touchdown for the lead, they would have to get one to tie. And man, it's not happening anytime soon. This young man and Ronnie the Rocket Hickman has had himself quite a good couple of last tackles there, and Hickman gets exposed a little bit there by Iosiva. So a first down for Columbus. Looked a little eerie there for a second. Speaking of eerie, Canton is located in the most northern part of Ohio here. So, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could take a trip down to Lake Erie. But I don't believe this is where that's where the stadium is at. So it'll be 2nd and 4. And Burrow will take off. He's got a pretty good first down and a lot more on that play. 1st and 10 at the 38. So first down here. And that is a huge hit by Bush. It'll be 9 yards. 2nd and 1 at the 28. Empty backfield here. An interesting decision. And we'll see if they could get this play off. They will not before the end of the third. And again, only a field goal change here. This time it's Tigers extending their lead on the Bulls, 3-10. Tigers still on top. Second and 1 at the 28. Burrow chucks one into the end zone, and Denzel Ward locked down as usual on that play. 3rd and 1 now at the 28. They've got Brown in the backfield now. But instead they'll choose to pass, throwing mid, caught. Coromo there for the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 18. And man, he had a few options here. Gesicki was open for a touchdown pass, and you'll wonder if that will come back to bite him in the butt here soon, as it'll be 1st and 10 at the 18. Burrow to throw it. Pass is caught. T. Higgins decked at 4 yards. A sandwich tackle right there is what I like to call it. It'll be 2nd and 6 at the 15. This is the farthest they've got today. First time in the red zone as well. 2nd and 6. Burrow. Pocket closing in. Caught! And nearly a freaking touchdown. Could not get there. Iosivas nearly had one. And Delpit making sure it didn't happen. 1st and goal at the 1. They'll run it. And nearly, actually, yes, he did. He got in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls. Zach Moss back there. And, man, he took a pretty pricey hit there. Boof. Right there, Hickman. Or not Hickman, Hicks. Knocked him right on his side. Didn't end up changing the outcome, though. And now this game is tied. 11 plays, 75 yards. And ladies and gentlemen, we have got ourselves a game. And the return here will make it to the 23 as Darnold will come back out here. Had good field position the last time. Could only make it a field goal. So we'll see what happens here when it's tied in the 4th. Hand off to Hines, and he's going to be taken down for only a yard. Number 55. I believe that's Logan Wilson at linebacker. It'll be 2nd and 9 at the 24. Hand off to Hines. Once again, this time, gets a little bit better of a gain. And by a little bit, I mean way better. 3rd and 3 at the 30. Looking to throw is Darnold. Over the middle and incomplete. Lockdown coverage by the linebacker. So it'll force 4th and 3 here for the Tigers. And this one punted away. So this one will hit inside the 5 and bounce into the end zone as Burrow for Columbus will come back out. And partner, I'll tell you, I haven't really heard you, by the way, most of the second half.
Yeah, I'm doing some.
All right, I got you.
Oh, Burrow,
take it off. It's a 1st down to the 33.
And man, Joe Burrow knows how to get the 1st down with his legs.
Oh, for sure. I mean, interesting play call earlier. Oh my goodness! He's off to the races. He's to the 10, 5. Touchdown! Iosivas! Just kidding. It's Mike Gesicki. Big gain there. Burrow made that throw as he was getting
Man.
hit. Excuse me. Big play there for Columbus. They take their first lead in this game in the fourth quarter. What a
Oh,
time to
wow.
do it. 46 seconds, all it took on just 2 plays from 80 yards out. 17-10. Again, Columbus with their first lead of the game. We'll see how Canton responds. And I'll tell you, their offense has been shut down quite a few times in this game. But still, all they need is one big play, as we've seen with Columbus there. And it could spell disaster for the Bulls. So if the Tigers do, in fact, get a touchdown here, it just ties the game. However, we'll see what happens after that as Ford with a massive first down. First down to the 43. We'll see Darnold. Watching Joku at the bottom there. In trips formation. Handoff. Ford. Big gain. There he goes. It's Hines, actually, for the first down. Big play there for Hines in this football team. As he finds the edge there. And some great blocks up front. Get them down to the 30, and they're in scoring range. Even if you get a field goal here, I wouldn't exactly be bummed out. The defense has done pretty well today, except for that big gain earlier. And speaking of defense, a great read right there. It'll be 2nd and 12 at the 33. I'm telling you, that jet pass just does not work anymore. Unless you catch them completely off guard. As Darnold, big completion to Joku. It'll be 3rd and 1. Should be a pretty manageable 3rd down play here. They'll go handoff. Smart move. Hines, first down. Didn't know who else they really had there. And oh no, you don't want to see this, man. He's been part of this game the entire way. He's a big part of this franchise. You don't want to lose him. We'll find out if it's just a drive or what's going to happen here. And if he is out, we'll find out at the end of the week. So 2nd and 7 at the 13. Nice 3-yard gain there. Hines nearly has a first down there. Another 3rd and 1 scenario. At the 7-yard line this time. I believe this is the first time Canton has operated inside the 10-yard line today. Darnold will throw this one out. It'll be 4th and 1. You kind of have to go for it here. You have an opportunity to tie the game. You're at the 7. I mean, why not? They bring in a makeshift fullback here, and he's got a first down. Fullback dive on that play. Sets up 1st and goal for him. They'll keep him out here as a receiver as they look to throw. Darnold, and even though he caught it, it'll still be 2nd and goal. Ooh, excuse me.
Oh, dang.
And jet pass nearly got into the end zone there, redeeming it there as it'll be 3rd and goal. But it's worn down too much. The receiver room for Canton really wearing themselves down now, and you don't want to see that as we could have potential overtime coming up. As that's going to be a touchdown for Jerome Ford. Big play at the 1. And the Tigers have a chance to tie this game right back up. We talked about wanting them to answer, and they certainly did with a huge, huge touchdown right there. 17 apiece. Took 12 plays and time consuming about 4.5 minutes. 3 minutes 26 to go as Columbus will receive at the 5 and bring it to the 26. So definitely not a bad gain there on the return. And Burrow, let's point this out. He's only had 8 incompletions today. Of course, though, one of them being an interception, so it'd still be on the watch here. As a 2-yard gain makes it 2nd and 8. Burrow, handoff, Brown just can't get to the first down marker. It'll be 3rd and 2, and a big one at that. Coming into the 2-minute warning. Handoff, and Brown with a first down. So this is trying... It's going to have to be a possible game-winning drive here for the Bulls as we approach the 2-minute warning, and we've made it to the 2-minute warning. Excuse me. Burrow, pressure coming, and he's going to let this one fly to the sideline. So a good coverage play makes them lose it down here. Only 5 seconds off the clock, though. As it'll be 2nd and 10. Gesicki in motion. They'll throw it to him, and Ronnie the Rocket Hickman gets in there. And an empty formation here. They'll go 3rd and 10 at the 38-yard line. Burrow to throw here. And he avoids a sack, but he'll throw it out. Not a great time to do that. That's for certain. Burrow wants to stay on the field, and he won't get his wish. 4th and 10. And Canton now being looked at for the game winner. Bulls looked like they were on a steady path.
Now it's Canton's chance to win the game here.
All right, Darnold on the pass, caught by Elijah Moore. He's had a few drops today, some of them forced though. 2nd and 3. Darnold looking for the middle, and that's a dangerous pass. 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Darnold caught. First down. Huge play. And it's Prochet coming out. So a nice play by him. As it'll be 1st and 10 at the 33. Hines with a loss of 1 on that play. And we're now under a minute. Darnold to throw, nearly picked off as well. It'll be 3rd and 11. And Dustin Hopkins, they're saying his field goal range is the 38-yard line. If they could get there, they'll have it. As Ford struggles, it'll be 4th and 12 at the 31 and a decision to make. I mean, smartest decision here would be just a punt. And that's what they'll do. They don't have to take a big play here. They can send this thing to overtime if need be. 1st and 10 at the 20. And Burrow, once again, being called out for a potential game winner. Or we could see this go into overtime. So Burrow to throw, caught, big gain, first down, and he gets out of bounds at the 26. Well-constructed play right there. Big play there. First and 10 at the 44. It's interesting. They're saying the field goal target line is at the 41. Interesting. And even if it is, they're going to be backed up right on it if they can't get a big play here. And 3rd and 3, timeout. They're not going to try and attempt a game-winning field goal. They're going to go for a game-winning pass here with Burrow looking to throw. Trying to find something, and down he goes. It's Garrett for his first sack of the day, and a big one, as it'll be the end of regulation. My goodness, the Bulls have fought so hard in this 4th quarter just to get here, and now it's finally coming to fruition. Both teams fighting for a spot in the division. So overtime comes, and this might be a second video. Not quite sure. And the Tigers will get the ball to start off, and the Bulls will elect to defend the left side of the field.
Football.
And yep, it's overtime, baby. 8 minutes, 15 to go. And the return, he bounces it out, and it gets to the 26. So no big play to start off. Looked pretty good, though. And Darnold will lead this team down the field, hoping to score on the first play or first drive of overtime. That would certainly win it here if they are able to get the touchdown. 2nd and 8. Darnold. And that'll be a nice run by Hines. Third and 1. And, oh, they're going to give him it. Very, very questionable call there. They're not going to review it. And, wow, again with this freaking field goal yard line, huh? Maybe that's what confused me a little bit. Was that was the field goal target. 2nd and 8. Darnold over the middle, caught! First down at midfield. And Canton making some noise here. It would be a game winner in their own stadium if they can do it. Hines on the handoff. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that play basically dead. 2nd and 10 at the 50. Darnold. And they will get him in the backfield, backing him up 5. I know that says 3rd and 14, but really, it's 3rd and 15. Well, I mean, judging by the game, I mean, they did say that the 38-yard line is the field goal range, so even if you don't get this one, try it. 4th and 2, I mean, this one is really a big decision. Do you want to go for it? They won't. They'll actually punt this ball. An interesting decision. Well, guys, I'll be starting up the second video, the extended analysis, coming soon.